Oh, I got a good one. Tell me what's on your funeral playlist.
The Great Gig in the Sky by Pink Floyd.
Ah, that was gonna be mine.
No, fuck you.
Stop ruining my death, James.
No,
I'm not
it's
even dead
my
yet. You're already
goddamn
ruining it.
funeral.
Well, he's ruining your life, so we might as well wreck that too.
Well, because you two are gonna be banging in the closet at my funeral, probably. Thanks for the respect, guys. Couldn't lay off for one day.
No, everybody knows James and I are out of the closet.
Yeah, on the lobby floor.
I'm out of the closet, heterosexual.
All right, what's on your funeral playlist?
like when they're during the funeral or at the reception or like overall.
Like at the reception where you got all those shitty sandwiches that people just pick over and don't eat. Oh god, that's an egg salad, but there's onions on it. I don't want that.
Octopus's Garden.
Octopus's Garden.
You're a twat.
You're a twat.
Yep.
And it's gonna be a twat funeral too. This guy is a twat. Why did he? Clearly, all these.
Why is there only 5 people here? How many kids did he rape? Answer 7.
It's a round number, you know, good solid
7.
number.
It's a good round number. Anyway.
Yeah, and it's even too, right, James?
An even round number, you know.
Just as round as those girls' chests weren't. My funeral playlist.
They were round enough.
Double A if you're rounding up.
Double A.
Shout out to Ricky Romero.
He wishes. Well, in that case, we might as well start another one. This is 7, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Episode
Fuck's sakes.
Sorry. Well, you asked me a question when I had beer in my mouth, man.
I was asking the room. He could have helped you out.
You're pointing a crossbow at your own dick.
Who isn't? We got James and Robbie and I in the house again. I'm Brent Williams. Welcome to Circle Jerks, episode 7.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for... You're having
This
us.
isn't a Barbara Walters interview, you idiot. Tell me how you really feel.
That's a good... I don't feel anything.
I feel like you should probably be dead by now, right?
Well, she's calling her quits. 60 minutes will never be the same.
Thank God Mike Wallace is still there. Anyway, you should get on with this intro.
Just, we got a good one on tap. I'm not going to make a lot of promises like last time.
You described it as an hour of hilarity.
That was bold, wasn't it?
And it was about 37 minutes of hog shit with 3 jokes thrown in there.
Like 2.5 max.
Yeah, we're like Ashton Kutcher funny.
All right, so what do we got in the glass?
We all got Canadian. We got lots of Canadian.
And we got bottles. We got bottles on the side of Robbie and I. Rocking on the radio.
I'm drinking Vicks Vapor Rub out of a shoe.
Like earlier or like right now?
Right now. That's for the listeners.
The art of radio. Is he really drinking?
Are Martians really invading Earth? I don't know. Kill yourself and find out. Right?
Yeah. Way to go, Orson Welles. All right, on the docket today, we are going to do another episode or segment of things that were cool 5 years ago. James has got a nice video that he's going to show us on the air that he's going to tee up. Meanwhile, in Canada, a baby was taken. So if that's not great foreshadowing, I don't know what is.
Like Liam Neeson taken.
I think you have to listen at this point if you don't know. And then we're gonna talk about the Montreal Canadiens, and then what's going on with our brethren down in Turks and Caicos. So first off, we're gonna do things that were cool 5 years ago. Remember this? Susan Boyle, I Dream a Dream. Remember this? Remember this shit? Remember how she went batshit crazy too?
Well, blow me at a picnic.
Blow him at a picnic.
Susan Boyle.
Yep.
Can I say something about Susan Boyle?
That's why we're here.
That's why we're here. We're here so we can help.
Godspeed.
We're here to heal. And I want to say to Susan Boyle, not to her, but to everybody who supported her, that she's not even that good. She wasn't even good. The reason why people liked her is because she's a fucking fat old lady who doesn't look very good. She looks like crap, okay? I'd fuck a lawnmower before I'd fuck Susan Boyle. She looks like your lunch lady's mom. And so when she gets on a stage, because she doesn't look like the sort of person who belongs on a stage, everybody assumes that she is gonna bomb, like Baghdad bomb. And instead, she's okay. And because she's okay, everybody is so astounded that, wow, an ugly person can do something, that they act like she's the greatest singer of all time. And you know what? She's not even the best person to ever sing that song, not even close. She's not that good. If she was a 10, ironically, if Susan Boyle was attractive, she wouldn't have been a thing. So I guess chalk one up to ugly. I mean, here's to ugly.
Here's to the ugly ones.
I also think people just, for some reason, absolutely love singers, even if they can't really sing that well. Like Mick Jagger, for example. You know, everyone loves that guy. Everyone loves that guy.
Speaking of, well, he looks like your lunch lady's grandpa.
And speaking of ugly, you know, it's crazy.
Touchy uncle. Lunch lady's touchy uncle, Mick Jagger.
And that causes a lot of overrated things to happen. A lot of overrated people, a lot of overrated bands, artists in general.
I guess maybe it's not the worst story because usually I'm so used to people getting famous and successful because they're good looking. I guess maybe it's nice to see the reverse happen with Susan Boyle. But the thing that irks me about it is that basically it's a celebration of how awful everyone is. Because there's no reason to assume that she would be bad, except that she doesn't look good. So you're an idiot. You know that lots of people who look really good are actually psychopaths, right? Like you know that that's a fallacy, that beautiful equals good. You idiots. I guess you don't, and that's why you watch Britain's Got Talent or whatever the fuck.
You know, visual beauty is a part of that whole persona that singers embody.
Yeah.
You know.
But Brent, this was your $100 million whale, as Bill Burr would say. So why don't you throw it back into the ocean?
Yeah, I think it was just sort of a way for middle-aged people to feel good about themselves. Because that's who was buying those albums, is those old biddies going to Casino Rama to go see people like Susan Boyle.
She's like me.
No, you can't do that, so don't even have that thought. Just sit back and listen to the shitty music, I guess, which is what everybody usually does. Anyway, so we got this video teed up. Speaking of people that are overrated, something that's gotten a little bit viral here.
And I'd like to point out that a little bit viral now means 13.9 million views.
Yeah, this is absolutely crazy for popularity. This is
pretty good because a lot of things get too much attention on the internet these days. So yeah, what do we got here?
That's good. Bring it in.
Tell her that I just don't know.
trap to shit tonight. And if I can't, then I'ma just get down on my knees and pray that he can take care of me and make everything all gravy.
Come on.
Okay? Well, then I guess it's just something that I gotta do. They keep it to me and you. And if you don't understand, then I'ma say it again. Hey, sometimes I just don't know. Well, sometimes I just don't know. Sometimes I just don't know. Sometimes I just don't know. Sometimes I just don't know.
I feel like that's how Justin Bieber should have ended up.
But I think it's overrated. That's my whole point about that, is I think it's really overrated because everyone else besides them is considering it this amazing jam session that happened between these musicians.
I don't
right?
know. I gotta be honest with you. I really enjoyed that.
It is enjoyable.
I had a good time.
It is not bad for what it is. You know what I mean?
How'd you feel about it?
What do you think, Brent?
Only in America would that happen. It's the feel-good story of the week, right? Everybody needs white people now need a feel-good story once every week now.
Oh, look, 26,000 people died of starvation today, but music.
Here's a kitten doing a dance to Psy. So that makes my life better now. I think that's all people need.
Don't talk shit about Kitty Gangnam Style.
I will talk shit to the ends of the earth about Kitty Gangnam Style.
In Korea, they would have eaten that cat. That's the most touching part of the video.
Yeah.
Racist.
Racist.
True.
Racist. True. True and racist.
But as I said, that also wouldn't have happened in Russia. A friend of mine lives in Russia now and went to the pond to play acoustic guitar for a while, just like this guy from Texas did. And guess what happened to him? He got punched in the face by a drunk man's drunk wife. His guitar got thrown to the ground, and his cell phone got stolen.
Because he was playing music.
Because he was
Now
playing
that's
music.
Barack Obama's Russia.
My God, that Putin. And by the way, here's something you don't know about Putin. Putin is French for slut.
That's it?
Yep.
I thought it was French for curds and gravy.
No, that's putain.
Oh.
Putain with an eh.
It's got a eh.
Meanwhile, in Canada, there was a big story yesterday. Apparently, Sunday, a baby was taken in Trois-Rivières, and the baby was taken, and then she dressed up like a nurse and pretended to be taking the baby for feeding and stole the baby. So there's footage, obviously, because it's in a hospital. And these girls are watching the Amber Alert. Apparently, it was on Facebook. And they were like, hey, that girl looks a lot like our neighbor. Hey, cops. And because they had the license plate with the car, we're like, hey, that's where she lives right there. And apparently, she was just chilling with the baby.
Okay, so let's break down a couple things here.
Yeah.
So,
This is in Canada, by the way.
why would you ever steal a baby? Do you have any idea what it costs?
Baby snatching. The worst part
She's
is...
baby crazy, right? She's got to be baby crazy.
Yeah, because they get in to the apartment and it's filled with like babies' toys. She's 21. She's 21.
Ugh, creepy.
She's off the hizzy.
My guess is that her uterus is like a bag of beef jerky.
It's burrin'.
Just dried out.
Just dry like the Mojave. Mojave dry, James.
But my God, go to China, get a baby there.
But like,
Just
yeah.
go down to a river in China, any river.
Yeah, so these 4 friends found this baby like the next day. And it was like, but like, who goes baby snatching? It's just a lady stealing a baby. What? You think you're going to get away with it?
Oh, well, we'll have another baby. What are you going to tell people in your life who are like, why do you suddenly have a full-on baby? Where did,
Hey, that looks a lot like the baby that was snatched.
did you snatch that baby?
Yeah.
Because you can't have a baby out your snatch.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Word.
I went there.
Wordplay. Just some gentle wordplay.
She must be barren, because otherwise she just gets some guy to fling some goo at her. I mean, it's not hard. Or just get a turkey baster. Do it the old-fashioned way. Why you gotta go snatching other people's babies? It's one thing to steal an apple off of somebody's tree. You don't go into their kitchen and take it off of their table. Like, that's just rude, right?
I really think crazy barren lady is the only logical explanation.
Just a crazy barren French lady.
Because otherwise, what are you doing? You're just stealing an obligation.
You're steering, I mean, and believe me, it's extremely tough to unload a baby on the black market. I mean, you're not going to be able to trade that
She was
contract.
clearly not wanting to sell it. She was going to live with it.
No.
Yeah, because they were saying, the cops were saying that, like, Toys R Us, it looked like a family lived there.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to talk about, is the kind of contemplation. Like, this was months of planning. Like, a lot of money she spent.
Oh, sure.
She thought that she was just going to be able to take it home. Nobody would ever fucking notice.
Oh, no.
I'm surprised she didn't wrap it for herself, then unwrap it.
Oh, I wonder what I got me for Christmas.
Baby.
Just what I always wanted.
That'll show, Dad.
Yeah.
Well, he's out there being a drunk lumberjack in heaven because it's Quebec, and he smoked himself to death at 55.
Like you do.
Like you do.
Meanwhile, in Quebec, Robbie wanted me to check on the Montreal Canadiens and their state of affairs.
My all-time favorite team.
Well, it should be your favorite team, too, because you live in Canada.
I will burn Canada to the ground if you can promise me that the Habs will never win another Stanley Cup. I'll do it.
Oh, here we go with the Habs bash.
And not just the parts that nobody gives a shit about, like Saskatchewan and stuff. Like the real parts.
Some real self-exploration going on
Yep.
here. It's getting real into it.
Speaking of which, are we going to take our pants off soon? Or?
No, that's exploring somebody else. Is that all you wanted to talk about with the Montreal Canadiens? About how you just wanted to...
You want me to go on a tear here?
Maybe.
I'll go on a Blue Jays style tear.
Oh, God.
I'll go for 11 of 12. Okay. Stop telling me that I have to cheer for a team that I have hated, respected, but hated my entire life because they're Canadian. You know who else is Canadian? Jonathan Taves, and ain't nobody rooting for the Chicago Blackhawks.
Fair point.
You know who else is Canadian? Marty St. Louis. Marty St. Louis, who gets shit on his entire career because he's small. I will say this for the Montreal Canadiens, though, in fairness. They had me a little bit in that Boston series. But that does not make up for a lifetime of me hating you.
Yeah, you're still a bunch of douchebags.
As I said to my mom yesterday, I still fucking hate you.
Like, you're talking about your mom or the Canadians?
I feel like there was a joke here, and we passed it like ships in the night.
Well, we got one more thing on the docket. I don't know if you guys have ever wanted to go there. It doesn't seem like the worst place in the world. But, so there's about 300 and some odd thousand tourists every year that go to Turks and Caicos. Of those 340 some odd thousand, 60,000 are Canadian. So the two governments have gone, a lot of Canucks are going to the Caicos. Canucks and Caicos is what we like to call it in the biz. Anyway.
What biz?
Commentary. Anyway, so the two governments have taken notice, and they're thinking about making Turks and Caicos part of Canada to either be our 4th territory or our 11th province. So my question to you gentlemen would be, if you could go to Turks and Caicos, like going to Quebec, to see the Canadians lose or snatch a baby or whatever.
Or to have a very brief tryst with a stripper.
I would love it.
You could get a job in Turks and Caicos. I could go work for a theater company in Turks and Caicos.
Yep.
Are you fucking kidding me?
You use the same money, no exchange rate. There's a McDonald's down the road. So what would you do if you could just if Turks and Caicos became part of Canada? How would you take advantage?
I would literally move. I would get my bartending license, and I would go to Turks and Caicos, and I would gladly be a bartender in paradise.
Do you know how many people live in Turks and Caicos total? The entire island?
My guess is 37,000.
31,000.
Holy shit! I'm a goddamn miracle man. Okay, maybe that might be overstating it. How would you take advantage of living in Turks and Caicos? What would you do?
I'd probably do the same. Well, I'd buy property because it's probably pretty cheap, and you just like flip a house in Turks.
Nah, not if it became part of Canada. That's the thing is that there's 35 million other Canadians who are gonna really desperately want to fit onto this small string of islands.
Oh, yes.
It would basically just turn into Miami Beach.
We would destroy Turks and Caicos.
I would just vacation a lot is all I would do.
A lot of honkies.
I wouldn't move there because that's absurd. Like, I agree with the idea. I would love it.
No, but James, it would be a fortune. It'd be a fortune because you'd have to fly Air Canada or WestJet. And you know how much it costs to go to BC?
Don't you have an Air Miles card, man?
Like, multiply that by like 3 to get to Turks and Caicos. So it's like $1,000 to fly to Turks, like it is right now. They wouldn't lower it. now it's part of Canada, they'd probably make it even more.
Knowing how Air Canada works. Hey, we're gonna raise the prices and still hemorrhage money. We run an airline. Kind of.
Just some of these visuals in Turks and Caicos are just.
But
This is Canada.
Those are
Like,
just-
I can just go here.
Those are just pictures of vaginas in the sun.
I never knew. I didn't know about this relationship between Turks and Caicos and Canada.
Well, that's the thing about relationships. You really don't know until you're in one, right?
I suppose. Well, it's been jolly.
Oh, we should have some closing banter, because I like to have a little bit of closing banter. You know where the music comes in? Let's say the music would come in right about now. The little...
This seems staged.
This is the worst. That was good enough. You can do your sign off now.
Get out of town.
What? That's incoherent.
No, it's not.
Do
Get
a
out of
sign
town.
off.
Get out of town.
No, but like do your whole thing.
Episode 7 of Circle Jerks is concluding.
All right.
Well, I think that's probably where we should end it. Episode 7 in the books. For James and Robbie, I'm Brent Williams. Until next time, keep your head up. It's not over.
It is now.
It is now.